Well, here we are, Cardinia Park West, finally. Milky's Man Cave had a flat battery, not Milky, the Man Cave. Boys, welcome. James, Hickleton.
Yeah, good to be here.
Come back, what's going on?
Yeah, I thought I'd better come back. Last week wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad? What's that shit? I mean, what's that stuff? Josh Conway.
Hi, Milky.
And the new kid on the block, mate, Alex Stigani.
Well,
You guys muck up this time, it's in the paper.
that's it.
Yeah, okay.
That's it, so
I'm not
look
far
out.
behind, yeah.
That's right here. But Milky, great to be here, and we have.
Back. Well, great to be back, Al.
Well, I was flicking all the buttons the first 4 rounds, wasn't I?
Yes. It looked like I had no friends because you were hanging around.
I remember one time I was coughing my guts out for 2 hours. You could recall that day?
Yeah, I do, and it wasn't very professional, I thought.
Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Mate. Speaking of professional, Matthew Scarlett has kicked his first goal for the game. For those who've just joined us, South Barwon's up 1 goal straight to St Mary's, 1 behind. And as I just tweeted, Milky, it's not his first goal at Cardinia Park.
Oh, look at this bloke. He's just all over it. Yeah, just be prepared. You know, you pulled out that one with Hansen, played in a premiership.
Yeah.
Be prepared for stats man here, mate. Try him.
non-stop all day.
Just try him.
We'll test him out with a few
Just
then.
try him.
As St Mary's kick another behind, I do have a Hansen question I'll ask you boys as we head to the main break.
I normally mark these behinds down, Alex, so we don't know who got them for
Nah.
St Mary's. I'll put them both down to Rushed at this stage then.
Yeah, fair enough.
As we pick up play over in front of the past player stand. Took us a while to get organised, but gee, it just shows you how quickly when everyone chips in. I reckon it took no more than 10 minutes to get this thing up and running.
Even with a few PowerPoint issues.
Oh, bloody.
Especially when you two lunatics trying to plug the power
I
in.
nearly popped my shoulder out trying to flick that switch on.
Ball's on the outer side, goes to Wells, who can't take the mark. Right in front of that scoreboard that says St Mary's 2 behinds. It trails South Barwon 1 goal as Daniel Jull wanders past. Last time I saw him here, he had his leg in 3 different spots. Normally like he is on the dance floor with the young ladies, old Jolly.
Ba-boom, ching.
Ball comes in, comes out of that pack. Bars, bounces off his mark, off his chest. Should have taken that mark. Goes back, gets his hand. Robert Condy gets his hands on it, gives it back to his teammate in Gillies, who was the star for St Mary's last week. Goes over to 10 Ace. Love to play blackjack with him. Goes down to Grenville. Can't quite get it. Knocks it to ground. In there was one of the forts. I reckon that one was Fraser. And umpire's paying a free kick here. No, he's saying my decision. Patting himself on the backside. Bit of a drizzle there, boys. What's the... anyway, I'm not up with it with the apps and everything, so what's the weather supposed to do?
Oh, I couldn't tell yourself. It's been up and down, hasn't it?
Look at the old bloke out here, the old runner, Steve Cassidy,
He's a bit
grizzly.
cold, isn't he?
It's wet in his hair, that's what he's worried about. Out of sight. Oh, that's in the back for mine. And the recipient of that free kick is Harry Corrigan. He's just enjoying a welcome back there. Corrigan make a massive difference to South Barwon. Alex, good VFL experience. Spears the pass in. Finds his other VFL teammate in Tommy Mars.
Mars sensational in that second semi-final last year, Milky, and like you said, Corrigan, best and fairest and Matheson medalist.
Ball went down looking for Matty Scarlett on this occasion, but a good fist away there from Bars and sends it over the boundary line. Let's get out Dan Roy's boots.
Whereabouts?
Look at him, centre forward.
Oh,
Now, if that is not a set of boots to catch the umpire for looking for votes, I've never seen them.
You're not a fan of them, are you?
No,
Last week you were getting into them about boots as well.
They were bright orange, those other ones.
Yeah.
Backing back. No, nothing. Roy was the man who put the spoil on. Stacks on the mill. Umpires circling. I'm just trying to pick which one's in control.
Just a quick one, boys. Tommy Stewart looks like he's started in his defensive post, which is one best on ground, I think, for Vic Country a couple of weeks ago, Alex.
Absolutely, I was there with him in the change
but
rooms. He's stoked.
He's swung forward quite a bit this year for South Barwon. So interesting to see if South Barwon getting a bit of trouble if they swing him forward and see what he can do up there.
Mark's been taken at half back. Gone forward for South Barwon. Up, big pack there on that occasion. It was Hoare, the man in the middle of that, sandwiched. Nope, he paid advantage. And then he's realised, going back, take the free kick. Running off back, I reckon that was Zach Sherman, that brought that over to Bars. Bars in turn gives it over to Callan Wade. Tries to get around his opponent. That's Danny Robson. Bad kick, but butted up by Normington. Back to Bars. Umpire's blown a whistle, plays advantage. On all the St Mary's players stopped, and Tommy Stewart took the mark. But I think we've lost. Oh no, his guy's going all the way back to bars, which is a very good decision actually.
No one knew what was happening then.
No,
did they?
that's right. Bars finds Tenace on the wing, right in front of the Milky's man cave. Dobson calls for it, but he ignores him. Gets over to his mate. They reckon that's James Marks, is it?
He's got the
I
same
reckon you're right.
posture.
Yeah.
Goes with the long ball into the forward pocket. That man I called Dobson, he went looking for him. Round the body, towards goal, another minor score. That was Hebbard, I reckon, kicked that, wasn't it?
Yep.
Matty
Sure was.
Hebbard. Get him up back because he's no good at kicking goals.
Just saw Tenace run off to the bench. He, of course, named best on ground for the first time since his debut last week. So there he is.
The runner for South Barwon, Bosley.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Bosley, Hawthorn
And Jimmy
rookie.
Cale running for St Mary's.
And Mitch Cleary in the reserves.
Yeah, well, he'd do anything to get his name out there, wouldn't he? Ball's in the back pocket. Woods has it. Goes in the Wells direction. Puts a duke up. Takes a mark. He looks like he's copped... is Normington going with him? He's still with him at the moment. Seems to be a strange matchup. I wouldn't have seen Normington as the centre half back to take on the likes of Wells, but he's going there anyway. Loose ball. Comes out. Mars it is. Dishes off the handball. Fort picks it up. That's the Darcy Fort. Goes bang. Puts it down. There he goes. Hebbard. Bombs it into forward. Grenville. Third in line. Nope, but it's just didn't. He was interfered with fairly. And Geordie Duncan takes the mark. Oh, goes out. Jolly John juggles it. Takes the mark. There he goes. The boots. The boots mark it. And
As Roy lines up, the interesting thing about him is he's been named in the same amount as any other player for South, and he's actually been injured for half the season, so it's a testament to the skill he's brought along.
absolutely. Gillies had taken the mark. Gets it across to Josh Eddy. Eddy in turn. Going wide. They've got plenty of the footy at the moment. Goes to that man in Dobson. Dobson goes very, very long for Hebbard, who can't quite trap the footy. And I'm looking at the Hebbard match. It looks like he's got Sammy Stevanuta, is it? Has he gone down?
Yep.
Yeah. You want to have a crack at calling, James?
Oh, nah, not just yet.
No? Well, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah,
Ball comes out the back. Jacob Welsh. Dishes off by hand, but it's intercepted. Looks like Kurzman run into the ground there for South Barwon. They lead 1 goal straight to 3 behind to St Mary's, who would have the majority of the footy, I would have thought, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's spent a lot of time down there, hasn't it?
Falcons over the road, aren't they, today? Is it where the hierarchy are having their lunches? What's going on? Because they're none of them answering their phones.
No one wanted to help with the truck.
Milky's in trouble. They just ignore it. That's what happens, let me tell you.
Just on the stat sheet, we got Zach Sherman leading in disposals in the first quarter.
That's
And
the sort of stuff he brings to
How
the
many
table.
hardball gets? How many hardball gets?
We'll wait and see. Quarter time.
Dan Roy crashes out of the pack, goes to Reece Woods. Woods in the centre of the ground, finds his teammate, and on that occasion it's Mitch Fisher. Fisher thumping kick of the footy. Scarlett third in line, can't quite take the mark, but they set upon their St Mary's opponent, and that is Lukey Bath, and the umpire said, "Give it him, we'll have a ball up." Just looking, that's Alex Snowden, the ruckman. Comes back, Stavanuta gives it over to his teammate in Cal Doubledam. Played with his dad, knocks it down, goes to Gillies again. Gillies by hand, across to his mate in Marks. Marks is dispossessed. They're trying to lock it in there to South Barwon. Good job at this stage. Good work there from Jolly John, wrestling with the footy. And they've locked it in 20 metres out from the South Barwon goal.
Quick question for the young ones, Milky. St Mary's have lost the opening quarter of their last 2 games. Could this be 3 in a row, boys?
It looks like it at the moment, but with a lot of the play they've had, you'd expect them to get one eventually this quarter.
Yeah, they've had the better run of it so far in the first few minutes, so they should be able to win this quarter. Should.
Again, South Barwon just trapping the footy in their forward arc. Umpire trying to clear some room. Throws it up high. Big swat from goes out towards... Oh, they got one high. I can see that from here. The St Mary's boy. Just can't quite get who it is. Goes across to Bars at the top of the square. He in turn goes across to his teammate in Gillies. Gillies down the line, and I reckon it's over the line.
Yep.
And it is. That was Kyle Devlin, the boy I couldn't get down the back line there. So it's picked off by Cal Doubledam. He gets a free kick.
Could be a nominee for Rookie of the Year in my opinion.
He's been really
He's been
ultra
good. Gets
impressive.
around his opponent there with a little bit of ease. Goes to centre forward, but just can't quite wait the kick. Not Eddie Bath. Lukey Bath crashes his way through. So too does Finn Chisholm. A nice haircut, Finn. Got rid of the old locks. And we will have a ball up at centre half forward again. Gee, they're making it tough for him to get it out of there. Josh?
They are. South Barwon, they've got a nice press on here. I see to halve this contest here.
Ball comes out again. Devlin, I reckon it was. Right up against the line. We're just having a little bit of trouble seeing. Comes over.
Ooh.
Poor
Yeah,
Trent
strong
Richards.
tackle there.
Very good tackle from Josh Eddy. Loves it. Him and Lukey Bath, they just absolutely love that stuff. Good spot for us boys. We see plenty of rotations here. Hands up for Stavanuta in the ruck. Knocks it down. Intercept by Tenace. And the umpire says didn't have an opportunity, so we'll ball it up again.
Looks like St Mary's are, with those rotations you mentioned, Milky, they're probably going a bit heavier than South Barwon at the moment. They're really working the rotations hard this quarter.
Woods tried to get his way through. Welsh tried to get a kick. Did he get one high? He looks like he's in a bit of strife there, Welsh. Keep an eye on him, boys. Grenville doesn't quite get it. He tries to give it across to his teammate there in Josh Eddy.
Yeah, Welsh is struggling
He's got
out there.
he's got the spaghetti legs going.
Can barely stand up here then.
Umpire's paid a free kick while we're looking at him. And Mars trying to get his free kick, trying to get the footy off it, but it's not his anyway. And his umpire's awarded 50 here. Fisher was against Condi, I think, on that occasion. That's Michael, not Rob. Rob wouldn't certainly give away 50 metres. What is the umpire doing now?
Why is he following? It's gone the other way.
For those who know umpire Brendan Beveridge, he loves to get into the game, so...
He's now, you know what he's done? He's now given that free kick to St Mary's, including a
and
50.
look, Mick Condi's open in the
In the
forward line,
forward
and he'll
50.
kick their first major of the day.
That was an amazing
That
bit of
was
football.
interesting.
That was just horrendous umpiring.
Well, what happened then was South Barwon players thought
Yeah.
they won the 50, so they'd all pushed up. And then once the reversal came, there wasn't enough time to get back. And
Even the St Mary's guys don't know what happened. Although I think what he's done is he's paid a 50 against South Barwon. The South Barwon boys took the footy up and said, it's our kick, and then Michael Condi's let him know, did very well, convinced him that he's awarded the free kick the wrong way, and gee whiz. I think it would have been a good time to
confusion.
stop the game. Just blow the whistle and say, guys, I've got it wrong. Here is where the footy is at
Hold up
now.
the footy,
Hold
let
up the
everyone-
footy.
yeah.
Let everyone get
Oh,
back.
we saw Peter Carey do that when he marked the ball back
Yeah.
in the late
Yeah.
90s, so...
Brendan, that's probably not... If there was a critique here, mate, you wouldn't be getting a big tick for that one.
Oh, well, play continues as Harry Corrigan gets it out of the middle.
Got one in the back again.
There he goes.
Getting good at that, young Harry. The old knees get a bit weak, don't they?
Oh,
it does a very
get
good job of
around
getting around Josh Eddy. Sells some candy. Bars gets back, puts a hand on it. Wells goes to ground. His opponent there on that occasion, Gillies, tries to stand up in the tackle. Ball comes out. Wedge Story can handball to the St Mary's bloke on the ground, who was set upon by Scarlett. And we'll have a ball up, and that's Gillies. Up we go again. Wells goes there for South Barwon. Fisher dishes it over to Woods. No mark taken. Ball comes off hands.
Good tackle.
Ball good, great tackle in fact. Comes out loose over to Tenace. Tenace with it outside of the right boot and finds his mate in Dobson. Dobson squares it up. Risky kick. Sherman can't quite mark it. In there. Oh, I reckon you might be just gone there. Not quite sure who that was.
Doesn't matter.
Mawson. It was
mate.
Jesse Mawson, that's who it was dispossessed and gone in the middle of the ground. As the Dougie Bond, happy to see it over the boundary line. 1-3 plays 1 straight in favour of St Mary's. And could this be that stat you were talking about, young fellows, as you were referred to?
Who are probably older than me.
Well, I don't know. I reckon the three of you added up, you might be as old as me. Out of side. Look at the I'm guessing that's Darcy Fort. Yes, it is. Up he goes. So Dobson comes in over the top. Big hit. Into the path of Reese Woods, though, who just slams it on the boot. Jolly John leads in the race. No, it comes back, bounces back towards Mitch Fisher. Trying to, got one high. I would have thought on that occasion was Kurzman, but he wasn't paid. And now we have Stacks on. Gee whiz.
I think the umpire might have been blindsided then by the tackler. I think his back was completely covering.
He's got a bit of the old Lee Hartman hairdo, the umpire, hasn't he?
Oh,
Hey?
the chief himself.
Got the Chiefs hairdo. Ball comes out the back. Over to Marks. Round the body he goes. Fort leads. No, he leaves it aside for his mate there in double dam.
Hang on.
Smothered. Ball picked off. Another one.
Great intercept.
Dougie Bond. Good intercept. What did you see?
Oh, no. It was basically just a South Palm mistake there. But in saying that, St Mary's really did press up there, put the pressure on, and really force the turnover in the end there. Which is what you want to see. Especially, they just pushed them right back.
This is interesting. To Bruckman. The ball making its way back. He's going to get there just in time. Horry.
Probably quite easy to do here with the
Dobbs,
very small wings.
Dobson was ready to go. I think Dobson was ready to take the ruck if he had to. He's in there.
Got a wing that's about 8 metres in width here.
Up they go. Hort knocks it down. Almost trying to get his way through there was Corrigan, but left the footy behind. Umpire says, give it to me.
Quick story, Milk. I played a game of cricket with Mark Corrigan last year, and he had to roll the sleeves of his cricket shirt up the arm because his pipes were extraordinary. Seriously, he was bursting out of the shirt.
Oh, he'd love you saying that rubbish.
He's a bull.
Oh, Harry loves himself. Oh, another mistake. Out on the full there by Geordie Duncan.
Once again, that pressure again from St Mary's.
Free kick here to Callum Wade. Cal's a call. Bars does it. Hits him on the half volley. Gives it back to Wade. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. And we'll have... Gee, they're good, aren't they? With the way we parked at the minute, without the monitors, we're in a bit of strife. But we had to park where we did because...
So we need a chainsaw,
that
I reckon.
That tree, we can't do anything about it. We tried to get in as close as we can to get that tree out, but it's no good. And Brady Boy's not happy about it. Oh, Fort comes over the top. Just thumps it over the body.
I reckon it might be,
that is, yes, it is, because he's the only man that touched it. Free kick to St Mary's. Gee, he's going well here, isn't he?
Oh, got an
Callum
injury
Wade.
here. Or not.
Callum goes long. Does Josh Eddy. Bouncing ball. Joel in the pocket. Nah, not good enough. The Joel of old would have nailed that. Tonks loves Daniel Joel. Loves him.
Just in front of the man cave, Mark Horse coming off in his first senior game on this ground. Guys, how have you found him transitioning into the senior side?
Well, he's had quite a few years in the reserves. He's been a mainstay of that team, him and his brother for a while. So he'd be used to all the structures and game plan, that sort of thing. So
yeah, he's been around a while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So a ball intercepted. Good mark on that occasion by Adam Nolan. Hard as a cat's head, Adam Nolan gets it over. Over to his teammate in Gillies, Tommy Gillies. Turned the game against Colac last week. They moved him forward.
Absolutely.
No, they didn't. They moved him back. They swatched Hebard forward. That's right.
Shut down Jake Carmody.
That's it. Yep. Sherman comes out, finds Bars. Been busy, Bars. Touched off the boot, though. It's over to Wade. Has a bounce. Tommy Stewart's going to wrap him up. No, he's not.
Quick there, Tommy Stewart.
Hands up.
Oh, what a mark by Hebard off the flank in front of the supporters. Launches it inside. Who's under it, though? That is the question. Dobson's there. Side steps, banana. Let's kick a goal, guys.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not a bad goal.
Well, for two sides that have had their Achilles heel in the first quarter, I think St Mary's have really redeemed themselves for last week.
You're right, mate. And slow start. When we saw South Barwon get that first goal, we thought I think Josh has got an admirer outside the truck.
Yeah, just one of my little nipsies out there.
What are your nipsies?
Teammates.
Yeah, your nipsy.
He'll be making it. He might be out here next week too, but quietly.
Yeah. Here we go. Mark Orr, you mentioned, back on right in front. Look at the as you said, the centre square's 8 metres away from us. By Beveridge holds it up. Over the top goes Fort, knocks it down to Danny Roy. Dan Roy the cowboy. Just rhymes. I don't even know where it came from. So we'll do it all again. Fort, Hoare over the top of him. Oh, trying to crash his way through was Kurzman. Left the footy behind at ground level. That looks like Chisholm to me. There he is again, Kurzman. Gets it over to your man in Mark Hoare, but he's wrapped up in the tackle straight away.
St Mary's pressure has been exemplary so far, hasn't it? All their tackles are stuck so far. It's been really, really good.
And tackling in numbers too. We saw there 2 blokes both.
Oh, 3-3 plays 1 straight to Mary's way. Gee, trying to get it out there. Back to Harry Corrigan again, who got the high tackle, gave it to Fisher, found Wells at centre half forward. Fisher got up limping, but he seems to might have been just
jogging it off now.
Jogging it off now, yep. Wells at centre half forward. Is he kicking into the breeze? It's a bit hard to tell where the breeze is going from. He goes deep in the pocket, tries to find his teammate in Mars, but it's fisted away from him and over the boundary line.
We mentioned Tommy Stewart got the Vic Country medal 3 weeks ago. I was at that game, and I think Tom Gillies, on the other hand, also deserves the credit for his aerial displays.
Don't know where you get all this time, mate. It was in Werribee, wasn't it?
Yep, that's true.
I think I might have gone to the pub that day.
Might have slept in that.
No, I was
weekend.
supposed to be here. I was supposed to be here, so I cracked it. I cracked the SADs and said I'm not going.
It went to Williamstown and then Werribee.
Yeah, no, I cracked the SADs, said I'm not going. If they can't organise it around me, I'm not going. The ball comes out from Gillies, and it's fisted away on that occasion by Trent Richards, and we'll have a boundary thrown out of side. 21 plays 6, St Mary's favour. How long have we been going, boys? The old rookie mistake.
25 minutes, I reckon, around that.
That's it. He's on the ball.
That's just a guess. Don't give me that.
Nah,
It's a pretty good guess.
No, if you want accurate, I'll say 26.
Corrigan at ground level. Roy also in there, fighting with Chisholm. Umpire says, leave it, I'll have it. We'll have another ball up.
Here's Ryan Normington, fresh from his 50th game last week, ready to get back on the ground.
Yes. Did you? Plenty of you. I reckon you won't be able to keep up with the rotations. Ball's still in dispute, and I think we're going to see a lot of this all day today. It just seems to be one of those games to me where both sides are going to try and lock it up.
Both teams have been pushing a lot of numbers to the footy.
Stavanuta with a run in the ruck by the looks, got a fist down to Nolan from St Mary's, tries to trap it, can't. Gets it over to Robbie Condy, who sees it over the boundary line.
Well, as we celebrate our 100th stoppage of what it feels like so far, one matchup I really like the look of is Tanais and Kurzman, 2 first-year recruits battling head-on-head.
Stavanuta wins that one. Comes back out, Josh Eddy dishes it off to Devlin. Intercepted by South Barwon. Bars just picked it off. Give it over to Condy. Condy, where it gave the handball out wide to Devlin, but he's run down. Mars read that one coming, didn't he? Saw that coming. Mars has got one in the middle of the ground, and it's Fisher. Fisher unloads. He's got the Wells as the lead. He's got 2 to beat. Going back, almost taken was Callum Wade. Left the footy behind. Did Lukey Bath. Gets out to Herbison. Reckon he's nailed it. Mitchie Herbison, don't give him too many chances. And gets South Barwon second. 12 plays 21 now. Sherman limping right in front of us here, boys.
He's had a fantastic last 2 months. Obviously, he was set to go for the VFL. His career lasted 2 minutes last year, but Dom Gleeson asked the St Mary's coaching staff to just keep him here for 2 months, let him develop a little bit more, and he's been a gun the last month.
Talking about the VFL, Mitch Herbison's been there virtually the whole year and been playing very good footy as well.
Yeah, and obviously with the bye this week, they'll get the chance to go back to home clubs, which they should be allowed to do any time, any day, any bloody week. Stick it where it fits, VFL, as far as I'm concerned. Stavanuta crashes out of the middle. But it's picked off by Gillies. Wells tries to lay the tackle, but he can't. Comes back, Jull just gets a crook bounce there in the middle of the ground. Trying to... Bond stood up in the tackle, did really well. Goes with the left, deep in the forward line, but Tommy Stewart goes back and takes a very strong mark. Last line of defence. Finds his mate Mars. Gets around Bond. Rolling ball goes into the path of Peter Hardy. First time I've spotted him today. His handball over to Hanson. Can he trap it? No, Normington's there. And sees the ball over the boundary line.
Polly Farmer-like handball by the former Port Adelaide rookie.
Hardy.
Yep.
Former Leopold as well.
As well.
Yeah. Spinning ball, in it comes. At the front, Stabanuta. Gone back into the ruck by the looks. And Mars gets around. Selton Candy. Gets it over to Fisher. Fisher goes deep. Very deep. Corrigan's there. He lets it go. Oof. Still reckon St Mary's going to be in front. Quarter time, boys. Minutes. Have they got time?
I'd say it's about 29, 30-minute mark. There couldn't be much left, you wouldn't have thought.
We're okay. Which way is the wind blowing? I'm trying to pick from the trees. There's no bloody... Oh, yeah, the flags. It's blowing South Barwon's direction. If you have a look at the flags at the back of the...
back of Simmons Stadium.
Around the grounds, Grovedale has a 3-goal lead over St Joseph, so...
Danger game for St Joey's that. They'll
St.
come
Joey's
out...
have started slow again.
Yep. Danger game for them out there. So Grovedale with that nothing to lose attitude now.
Yep.
Massive. Dan Roy set upon in the middle by Hoare. Trying to crash his way through. It looks like Dobson. And by umpire Beveridge says, give it to me.
Leopold also 3 goals up over Newtown and Chua, which isn't good, guys, because Milky's tipped Leopold, so we can't give him anything to brag about.
Mate, I'm coming last in the tipping. What are you talking about? It's got no braggins. Hey, I won it last year, little. Yeah. Scarlett off the deck. Oh, Corrigan gets a crook bounce. Lukey Barth's back there. So too Bars. Barth gives it over to Gillies. Oh, Corrigan almost smothers the handball. Goes back, loses his footing. Gillies is there. Key keeps his feet. Dishes off the handball to Nolan. Nolan spears a pass in the Tenace direction. And there's the siren. 3 points in the favour of St Mary's. They win the first quarter.
Yep, their first one since, in 4 weeks now.
Around the grounds, you see Geelong West smashing North Shore.
A shame, because we should congratulate Brad McDougall on his 300th game.
Good. I actually wrote a very nice fitting piece for him in the record this week.
Absolutely.
Bagged it freezing. So the Joey's boys might be still thawing out. Don't know. Getting ready to start this second quarter. 3-3 plays 3 straight. St Mary's have won their first quarter in 5 weeks, is it, Alex?
Yep, since round 11, Milky.
Since round 11.
And that was only by a point that day.
Trying to crash his way through. There's Kurzman, but it's tipped over. Finn Chisholm gets it, goes long towards goal. No one home, though. Ball bounces over the boundary line.
Good chance to set up here and try to sneak an early one. Extend that margin.
We actually, because we were late on air, we didn't actually get anyone's thoughts on who's going to win. Well, Alex, we'll start with you.
Yeah, of course you'll start with it.
Or we can finish with you. It doesn't worry me.
All right, finish with me.
Josh, who's going to win? You're a South Barwon boy, so you're going to say South Barwon as Fort goes over and knocks it out of bounds again.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth.
Yep, so Josh has gone South Barwon. James?
I'm going to base on just what I've seen in the first quarter so far, and I'd have to say St Mary's at the moment. Their pressure and intent of the footy has been just far better.
St Mary's, yeah, and Alex, you don't go last. I always go last. You can go second last. That's the best I'll give you.
Thanks for that. I had to look at the record who I went for. I wrote St Mary's by 2 points and for Rob Condy to collect the most disposals.
They've just got another one.
I
think I tipped South Barwon on the record because I just need the tip. As Grenville, Romain Grenville takes the mark.
Well, what happened then was Tom Stewart, who was Grenville's opponent, had pushed back almost to the goal square, expecting a quick kick out of the pack, but the kick was shanked almost just into his path, so he was caught out. A bit unlucky, but...
That's the old right place, right time syndrome. So Romain Grenville directly in front, 20 metres out, comes in, kicks it.
He's kicked that about 60 metres behind the goal.
Exactly, yep. Smashes it.
Into the playground.
Into the playground. On a bit of time to get his breath back, and they go to a 9-point lead now, St Mary's. Still only 9 points, and it's a very small ground. And I've been here heaps of times when there's been a 30-point margin at three-quarter time, and the trailing side has come from the clouds.
Yep. For those following us on Twitter, AddyFooty's the hashtag, and we've got Jacob Welsh on the injury list so far.
You'll have to teach me how to do that. I've got a Twitter account and I've got some followers. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the damn thing.
We've got to keep our eye out on Welsh because he was hobbling off before.
Condy, after Hoare knocked it clear. Oh, good knocked on
left
by
it behind.
Snowden, but he left it behind. That's Romain Grenville. Hardy just unloads. Oh,
Great
good
spoil
effort
there.
there from Herbison, but as you said, great spoil. Nolan goes in the direction of Dobson. Loose ball comes out. Kurzman, end over end. Roy and Gillies. Oh, good tackle from Roy. Knocked the ball clear out of his hands. Corrigan by hand, cross to Fisher. Fisher unloads. He's got a great boot, but
It's worked.
was a wobbly kick.
Did you see that?
That was just a big wobbly. It was a helicopter
Yeah.
and floated into Scarlett's belly. Scarlett, very important shot on goal here.
Could this be a repeat of round 1, Milky? When he kicked
Scoved
5.
up.
We've got 5. Yeah,
Get 1 a quarter and then 1 just in extra time.
in he comes. Goal. Oh, he's missed everything.
Oh,
Right, not with that kicking, I guess.
and by quite some way too.
He's popped it out on the drunk. Scarlo, you have to redeem yourself on that one. Tenace, is that Tenace? No, that's Normington. Normington in the pocket. Goes to Devlin. Devlin back to Normington. He's got no one to give it to. So
no.
Fisher's going to chip in here. Knocks it clear. Comes about to Mars. Mars by hand. Back to Fisher. Fisher with the left. Oh, wobbly thing up in the air. Running. Oh,
Sneak through. Oh no.
snuck it through for a minor score.
No, umpire's called out in the full.
I thought they went through
That's
behind.
what I thought.
What are you going to bounce straight?
Yeah.
I think it's a 4-0 vote.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure about that. I thought that went.
Absolutely.
inside
Went,
of the real.
That
Mate,
looked like
yeah.
a
I was
behind
watching the
on
monitor the whole
Barwon.
time
Yep.
and looked like it from here, but
very lucky there, Marks. I wouldn't want to lose by a point. Oh, big Stavanuta. This bloke can just about do anything.
2 more
When he's
till his
on-
100th game, so that'll be a big occasion against Bell Park.
When he's on, this bloke, there's not a lot can beat him. Gets it over your mate, Mark Hoare. Couple of whores out there.
oh, really?
Oh, Corrigan
Some of
drops
his
what he should have
finest
taken. And wrapped up in the tackle is Marks. Where's the umpire? Is he trying to get rid of it or not?
Circle in the pack there.
Umpire says throw it in.
A lot of action on the Barwon club end from the looks of things.
Yes. Ball comes in. 20 out from the South Barwon goal. Set upon at the bottom of that is Scarlett, I reckon.
Just scooped it right in there.
Yep. And no free kick. Get up. He'll get up and let him know anyway. Scarlett.
Got 2 number 2s for South Barwon. The other one's Andrew Bosley coming off as the runner.
Ball comes out. Nolan goes with the left boot. A left foot torpedo, if you don't mind. It's marked by Trent Richards, though, at just outside centre half forward. Finds his mate in Tommy Stewart. At half forward.
press
They've got
they've
similar
got down
hairdos, those two, haven't they? Both go to the same hairdresser. Stewart just goes bang down to the goal square. Scarlett just got manhandled. How did you miss that, umpire? Ball, loose ball. I didn't see who kicked that.
I think he might have milked it a bit.
Oh no, he
Yeah.
definitely grabbed him.
Yeah,
I reckon he went to ground a bit too easily.
Yeah.
Ball come Lukey Bath out from full back, but Stewart just there to
again.
take another mark. Chips it quickly into her. Is that Fisher?
One, two.
Again, Fisher takes a mark directly in front.
He's been busy, Mitch Fisher.
Has, hasn't he? Who kicked that last point, boys? I do like to mark him down. None of you were painting it. You're all looking at Scarlett like I was.
Pretty sure it was Adam Kurzman just off the right boot.
You were all looking at Scarlett like me. Fisher comes in. No doubt about it.
It's a little bit better than his helicopter attempt a minute ago.
Oh, he's got a great leg on him, Fisher.
It's his second for the day.
So stuff you here for, James? Reeling off those sort of stats?
Yeah, got to bring something to the table.
Been here 2 weeks and he's reeling off just gold like that.
St Mary's are up by 2. Friendly reminder to you all, I tipped them by 2 in the record.
Oh, look out.
It's going margins now.
It's another tonk sort of
Yeah, it was a tonks moment, wasn't it? Yeah, likes polishing the old knob, no problems there.
I just need the gum and I'm all set.
Yeah. So I'm surprised Tonks is not here because
I drove past him on the way up. I was trying to work out where he's going.
Stavanuta down to Corrigan. Good work there from Robson. Just almost crashed his way through. Nolan gets it out to his off Devlin's off the side of the boot. That's surely going to go over the boundary line and does.
You know, Tonks was saying he didn't want to do the running for the VFL. He did it in the end.
Yeah, of course he does. You know why he does the running for the VFL? Because there's a camera and they get him on it every time.
Yeah, I saw a photo of him online.
Yes. Stavanuta knocks it down to Woods. Roy's there. Tries to crash through. Condi wraps him up. Ball comes out. Mawson. Hold it. It's the call from Hardy. And we'll have a ball up right in front of us.
It's been the feature of this one, hasn't it, Milky? Just
Umpires
constant ferocious pressure.
Umpires earn their dough today, boys.
Yeah.
Sure have.
Throws it up. Stavanuta, good use of the body. Hall gets it over. Oh, gee whiz. Welsh there, just almost smothered. Jesse Mawson goes round the body. Bouncing ball. Oh, knocked away from Hanson. We'll have a throw in. 65 out from South Barwon's goal. Got a 2-point margin. And funnily enough, guys, the scoring is still down the Barwon River end. Yet the breeze is blowing the other way. Yeah, great stat. Thanks, guys. Yeah, great. Thanks for your assistance there, boys.
Didn't give us much to work with.
I put on
Mars went in
for 2 seconds. Come on, you guys can cover me.
Mars goes in low and hard on a tackle there, and not rewarded. But I think it was all well and good for Welsh. Loose ball out the back. Mars again at ground level, picked off by Dobson. Ball comes out in dispute. Loose ball. Over it comes. Bouncing ball. Reece Wood leads in the race. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. We'll have a throw in.
Geordie Duncan, he's been on the improve the last 3 weeks after a very slow start to this season.
Yeah, he's probably one of those blokes that can really turn a game on its head. Stavanuta again. Goes hard. Oh, gee, look, very quick hands there from Corrigan, but ball eludes everybody. Clean bounce. Out the back is Hardy. Can he mop it up? He can't pick it up. Goes to ground. Still trying to get it out. Out it comes to Richards. Still in dispute. Umpire circling. Nothing doing. Give it to me.
Just, it's interesting seeing Welsh back out there.
Okay.
Staggered off the ground earlier.
Yeah.
It looks alright.
Looked like he had a big night. Really. But,
Bit like we see you.
Yeah, you can't do
went milked advantage there, but he didn't get it, Robbie Condi.
well, down he goes in the centre there.
Goes back for Dobson.
It's actually one of the better centre wickets around at the moment.
Reckon they shouldn't have them on footy ovals. Get rid of it. There's enough ovals, enough room in Geelong. One for footy, one for cricket. Ball comes back out. Mars gives it to Fort. Fort hands over the top. Hardy. No, it's not Hardy. I'm very sorry. Duncan, Geordie Duncan, the bloke you were talking about, left the footy behind. Goes to the outer side. Comes down to Robson. Robson tries to crash through and gets... That's gone. He's paid that. Is he paying advantage? No, he's not.
No, he's calling it back.
Free kick to Finn Chisholm. Wish he didn't get that haircut. Just doesn't stick out like he used to.
I hear this time next year could be a Dr. Chisholm. How's that sound, Milky?
He comes from Queensland to play footy here. You know that, don't you?
Yeah,
he's studying in Queensland.
Talk about dedication.
Yeah, I reckon. Loose ball out the back. There's your man again. You keep talking him up. Geordie Duncan left the footy behind. Hebard. Hands into the vacant forward pocket. And we'll have a throw in.
There's been a couple of critical blues. Geordie Duncan just not being able... There was a little bit of drizzle before, but it just hasn't been clean enough in critical moments so far.
He's up from Nick Brown territory. Doesn't even Nick Brown claim him? Isn't he from
Even though he lives about 300 kilometres north.
Yeah, but he claims him. He claims anyone that lives anywhere near Warrnambool, Horsham, Hamilton, Stawell, Ararat. They're all his... Oh, yeah, he's from where I come from.
Oh, well, if it
There's
gets
a throw
him talking,
there.
If it gets him talking, why not?
Well, while that was going on, he's paid a throw to the advantage of St Mary's and Jacob Welsh. Did I just hear him called Woosher? That's a Welsh... A lot of Welsh people, they call him Woosher. Probably is his nickname.
Good chance.
So Welsh still didn't... who the throw was against. In he comes. Takes it nice and easy. Probably too easy. Minor score.
Just stabbed it a bit, didn't he?
I don't mind these behinds because this is preventing another draw. I don't think we can handle 3 in one season.
I don't think South Barwon can handle 3 in one season, that's for sure. I've gone with a barrel. Tommy Stewart. Bang! Gained some leverage, but it's just finished up in front of James Marks, who unloads down the line. And it goes over the boundary line. So didn't really gain a lot, Tommy Stewart, with his... He didn't really get hold of it either, did he?
He didn't hit it flush.
Yeah. 4-4 plays 4-1. Still got the close one. Bell Park beating St Albans at the moment by a couple of points. Keep that up.
That's good. I like that.
Grove, St Joey's. Grovedale still 3 goals up on St Joey's. Colac smashing Lara. Leopold
there,
comfortably over Newtown. Keep going, boys. While I'm talking there, we know the score here. Big fist from Hoare over the top of the pack. Down as far as Dan Roy, who gives it over to his teammate in Mars. Mars kick can. His teammite, I reckon that's Herbison, is it?
That's definitely Herbison.
Herbert.
Well, stepped
What's
off
going
it
on
now.
there?
Gillies, what? Same umpire, boys.
Yeah.
I think he might be past it. Comes out the... Excuse me. The ball comes back to Kurzman. Kurzman towards Scarlett. Scarlett. Sorry, boys, but I just didn't see that Mitch Herbison did a lot wrong there.
Exactly.
I think he looked like he may have stepped off his
Yeah,
line.
but
Really, that's the sort of one you'd pay at AFL level. That's about it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
let him go. You just
Let him go and
get
like
back
footy.
behind your mark.
Yep.
Just his third game for the season, Mitch Herbison, the 2012 best and fairest for South Barwon.
Yeah, and that, to me, all that did was confuse everybody.
Mm.
Just, anyway, Wells in front at this stage, knocks it down. In there is Kurzman trying to crash his way through. Nolan's, gets sat on. Did he get one? No. No free kick.
Have we forgotten the timer again this quarter, have we? Or-
I've got it.
He's got it down there.
Oh,
he's
got
on
look
the
out, he's
ball.
on the
There
ball,
he is.
old Joshy boy.
It's all right, boys.
There's a good
How far in are we?
Just ticked
Is
over
that
14 minutes.
Oh, there we go.
Is that still going?
What?
Feels like we've been going a lot longer.
God, so we don't even. They could have dropped out. We wouldn't even know. Nolan, yes, everything's
No,
good.
we're
We're having a
still
great day.
After a slow start, we'll get there.
Yeah. So it's Nolan in the back pocket. Oh, one-handed goes Roy. Would have been the wind pushed it away.
That wind that you reckon's pretty strong out there.
That wind's pushing it around,
Yeah, you
mate.
reckon?
Got to be very careful, mate. Let's see that. Starts there, finishes there. 21 stitches. Daylight
Oh.
today. Split the webbing.
This is Dan Roy's first year as captain, boys. Was it a right choice for
Ooh.
the South Barwon committee?
Oh, I certainly think he's a leader.
Yep.
I love him as a person. Just don't like his boots.
He's one of those players that really leads by example, isn't
Absolutely.
he? Has
Yeah.
a real crack, really
He
hard
has
at
a
the footy.
crack and a half.
At least his teammates haven't followed his boots decision.
Yes.
Yes.
Kurzman's going close.
That's one thing, yeah.
I reckon that was Eddie. Knocked the ball forward. Or Hardy. Put himself under all sorts of pressure there. Great tackle from Josh Eddie. I reckon that was him that followed up his own kick. And put Hardy under all sorts of pressure.
The Ruckman struggling to get to this contest.
Still a 3-point margin. And we've been travelling 14 minutes.
Yep.
A good guess. This is just
Stoppage after stoppage.
stoppage,
isn't it?
yep.
Well, has Stavenuta been playing in the ruck this whole quarter by himself? I'm not sure where Darcy
Where's Darcy Ford? Yeah, I'm
Ben?
looking because he's
He's been a utility for the last couple of minutes.
well, yeah. So out to the outer side goes the footy. Hardy handballs it to the ground and happy to see it go over. I can't see Darcy Ford, to be honest, boys.
No, I don't think he's out there.
I don't reckon he is.
I've noticed Stavenuta's
Fraser
taken
Ford's down back.
most of these ruck
It's on
contests.
Hebbard. Stavenuta seems to me to be playing unchanged in the ruck, so it'd be interesting to see maybe there's an injury to Darcy Ford. Because he's not down forward, and he's certainly not anywhere else. I reckon he's definitely off the ground. Maybe we ask the St Mary's runner what's going on, they'll know. Nothing gets away from him.
Well, we got the playing coach Rob Condy right in front of us. If I just tap him on
Yeah,
the
just
shoulder,
ask Rob. Rob will tell you.
yeah. Still like his odds for the Matheson medal this year, Milky.
Yeah, I'm just a bit concerned that might be a couple of players from lower clubs that aren't winning games that might be getting too many votes.
Davenport.
Didn't say names. But Tenace tries to crash his way through. There's our man Dan Roy. Can't trap it before it goes over the boundary line.
I think Dan Roy's another contender.
He might have missed too
Yeah,
much
he's missed
through
a few
injury, has he?
games.
He's missed 4 games, but like I said earlier in the call, he's actually been named in the best just as many times as any other South Barwon player. So
Stavenuta knocks it down to Tenace. Tenace's kick. Hardy throws a fist at it, misses it. Ball tries to be cleared, by Double Dam. Comes back, finishes up with Kurzman. There's Stavenuta, goes through his legs. Has he got a runner? He has. That's Herbison. Unloads with that favoured left footy. He's looking for Wells, puts it up. Knocked away by Gillies. Oh, clever kick there from Kersman off the ground. Gets it to Mars. Can he go back and pick it up? Leaves it behind. Traps it, and also Stacks on the mill will have a ball up.
Scarlett just telling the boys, I've got it, guys. Get out of my way. Likes to guard the square.
Yeah, get out of my space.
Yeah.
Ball hands off there from Sherman. Thought he was struggling a bit earlier, so he's obviously recovered. Loose ball out the back. Double dam. Goes to Wells. Does as he always does. Brings it to ground. Chisholm. His handball goes over to his teammate in Dobson. Out the back it goes. Picked off by Devlin. Oh, almost to Reece Woods. He's kept it. He's kept the footy in front of him. Woods. Oh, he's just managed to hit Bars on the chest in the goal square. Bars goes to the outer side. Finds Gillies.
He's playing.
If he wasn't in strife before Sherman, he's in strife again.
Wouldn't have tickled that one.
Gillies. High and wide. Double M gets a fist to it. Hardy at the back. Right. Picks it up. Tries to get out the handball. That's smothered. Still loose ball. Plenty of this stuff. Oh, did he cop one in the back? Yes, he did. Dobson. Free kick. Right in front of that scoreboard. 28 plays 25.
It's getting a bit heavier by the minute, isn't it?
Starting to look a bit like West Coast and Richmond, isn't it? Oh, Tenace leads the pack. Has a bounce in the rain. Then dishes off the handball. Across to his teammate in Condi. Another one. 9 points.
We've seen those two do that for a generation in the Geelong VFL side in the mid-2000s. And be nice to see them do that at Simmons Stadium this year, I reckon.
Well, it's actually... Who are you leaving out of the top 7?
So it's still a top 7,
I reckon it's still a top... Especially if Grovey beat Joey's today.
Which I believe can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still 3 goals in front.
Okay.
Grovey and South Barwon have to win today to keep their hopes alive.
Yeah.
So they both have to win to keep the top 7.
So I take it we've written off North Shore at this point.
Maybe.
Yes,
Just
we
maybe.
might have. Herberson tries to clear the footy. Comes back. He definitely left it behind in Jesse Mawson. And Grenville dives at the footy. Stewart right behind him. Hardy overruns it. Ball's at ground level. Grenville, Romain, picks up the loose nut. Runs in towards goal. And he loves it.
Oh.
Got his second.
Wow. That was a celebration.
That's it.
The Swannies, they've won their last 4 second quarters, so, you know, they've got a lot of work to do in this next one if St Mary's are going to keep this up.
Well, in conditions like these as well, any lead is a good lead. Because if this rain sets in, look, you know, if you have a 2-goal lead, if you can maintain that for the majority of the game, it will go a long way towards winning it.
Just appears to me that St Mary's at the moment are just making the absolute most of the South Barwon mistakes.
And South Barwon,
a couple of times they've left the footy behind. They've left the footy behind, and St Mary's have pounced on it. Yep. There's our man, Darcy Ford. He's back on the ground. He's knocked it down. Corrigan is the bottom of the pack. Nothing doing, says the umpire.
I'll ask you this one, Milky. To what extent does Scarlett being up forward have on, the flow of St Joseph's of South Barwon's defenders right now?
Are you suggesting he should be the other end of the ground?
I reckon he should be controlling, speaking to him.
Setting up the structures down
exactly.
there.
Hanson, kick, intercepted by Bath. He gives it over to Gillies. Gillies gets through the heavy traffic, goes to Dobson. They're certainly playing the bit of footy at the moment, St Mary's. Dobson sells a little bit of candy, goes over to Devlin.
You got lucky with that kick.
Oh, Devlin kicks a barrel off a step.
Almost inside out one too. Wasn't bad.
Yeah. Fraser Fort gets a hand at it, knocks it down to Hardy, who is happy to see it go over the boundary line.
Hope all the viewers are enjoying the tree, Brandon.
Yeah, that's a great... Yep. Not much we can do about that. We didn't plant the tree.
Yep.
You'd reckon if our cameraman was any better, he could sort of lean over the front of the van and, look around the corner or something.
Or just climb up
Not
the
having
tree
a
and
crack.
do it from there.
We should have been here on Friday night chopping it down. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
As the ball is another pack. So if you see a bloke in a Volkswagen and you just happen to notice that tree goes missing, you'll know that old Breddy boy's got the chainsaw out.
Condi puts it on his left, the ball's dribbling, and it's almost picked up by Geordie Duncan, but now Bond's going for it, as is Tommy Mars, and he gets the handball out. Dan Roy taps it to the side. Geordie Duncan goes for it again, but boundary umpire, I think that's our final call.
Thanks for that, Alex. Giving me a little spell like that, it's appreciated.
You're welcome.
Because I get sick of the sound of my voice.
Yeah, so do we all.
Fort over the top. Just thumps it out of bounds, but Dobson not happy with that. Oh, almost taking the mark was Hoare. Left it behind again. Dobson again goes. Yeah, but a good mark. Taken by.
Geordie Duncan's got it.
Yep.
Is that Geordie Duncan? Yep. Goes with the big left. No one in particular though. Almost Snowden. Didn't take the mark. Herbison gets the dishes off the handball over the top. Then finishes up with Mars. Goes into centre forward. There's no one home really. As Bars rather. He should have got it, but Joel John, he's tackled when he didn't have it, and he's hurt him. Ball comes out the back to Luke Bath. Bath comes down to Devlin. Devlin takes an easy chest mark. Has Jolie John recovered, guys?
He's holding his forearm.
Yeah. Comes back to Chisholm. Chisholm, over to Welsh. Welsh back to Chisholm. He's been pretty good today, Chisholm.
Yeah,
over to Normington. Does a bit of selling of the old Kandai. Chisholm again. Dishes over the top. Fort trying to get through. Scarlett looks like he's moved at some point either further up to defence or onto the ball because he certainly isn't in the goal square. Back to Mars. Mars by hand across to Hardy. Hardy. Another mistake from Hardy. Goes across to Condi. Intercepted. Dobson. Big handball. Fist away by Marks. Back to Condi. Can't quite grab it. Comes back to Bond. Bond off a step with a lefty. Almost Fraser Fort takes the mark, but he can't. Grenville's there at ground level. Good work there by your mate in Duncan. I'd love to have a beer with him.
I knew you were going to say that.
Comes out the back to Romain. Can Romain get his third? No, he can't. Minor score. It's only a matter of time. Yeah.
At least we've moved on from Abbott and Costello.
No, that never dies.
Never
That
dies.
never dies.
You threw the bait to yourself, Milky, and you took it.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Jesse Mawson's got it at half back for those of you that can't see through the trees. Oh, good mark to Dan Roy. Good stretch and good hands with the wet agate. Dan Roy goes into Hanson, but just holding his ground as Lukey Bath. I've said it many times. One of the best overhead for his size.
Yep.
Bath spears it in to Sherman.
I think I'll do one better, Milky. He is the best now that Bloomfield's left, I reckon.
Yeah, you might be right. That's very unlucky what's happened to Shaden as well. Luke Bath just holding on to the footy. How long we've been going, Josh?
25 minutes, Milky.
25. So Bath just chips it. Normington gets a friendly from Jesse Moore.
Lucky there. I thought Mawson was a bit late there getting to that contest.
Yeah, and Tenace is letting him know too.
Yeah.
So we'll have a throw in just down the road from the cave. Fort gets it with the left, knocks it clear. Devlin knocks it over to Chisholm, who's happy to see it over the boundary line.
St Mary's will be happy to do this for the remainder of the quarter if they can just keep stoppage after stoppage and maintain this little buffer that they've got.
16 points in this weather. That's a massive lead. And it is not unlike last night's game either, boys, to be honest, is it?
We just don't have someone being KO'd yet.
No.
About the only difference.
Well, I think Mark Hoare's close because he's getting on Kane Tenace's nerve.
Joel dishes it over to Sherman. Little short one to Hoare. Back to Sherman. Sherman in the mud to Condi. Can't quite pick it up. Goes back. Picking it up on that occasion was Wade. And, it's been pinched by Fisher. Fisher with that long boot of his. Great kick and great mark. Great mark to Reece Woods.
Mitch Fisher again, boys. He's probably been South Barwon's best so far, and he's keeping them in it. In the game.
Do you go and carry his bag to training and stuff?
All the time.
Yeah.
Clean his
You
boots.
can hear it, can't you?
I clean his boots.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. Yeah.
No, but he's been.
No, yes, you're
he's been
right. You're right,
excellent.
mate. Just having a laugh at
Yes.
ya.
That's a goal to Reece.
Reece Woods threads it. He's a goal kicker as well, Reece Woods. He doesn't very often miss when he's within range.
Yep. Now, headline-wise, I wonder if during the week we will have anything on him and his knock on Zach Sherman, who was on the mark. You saw him come off before, just elbow to the face, and he kept running and went for the shot. What do you guys reckon?
Depends on who Just looking at the vision.
Maybe I shouldn't have just mentioned
if you want to
Maybe you should have.
If they want to get picky, they probably could, but
Oh, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You'll see 10 worse than that, and for whatever reason they pick out one, you think, well, I didn't think there was a lot in that. You can't understand how they go about it.
You saw the Madolo one from Anglesey last week.
Jeepers, 9
His
weeks.
word against someone else's in 9 weeks.
Oh, well, when you get a broken jaw in 3 places, you're suggesting something must have happened.
Yep.
Fort knocks it down. Dan Roy at ground level, trying to crash Chisholm. Best on ground for mine at the moment. Hardy knocks it clear. Over to Hoare. Hoare puts it in front of Fisher. Can he keep it in? Gee, he just picked it up in time, but the line beat him, didn't it?
Yep.
Back to 10 points, guys. A quick goal. How many gone?
Big couple of minutes.
28. If South Park get a goal in the next minute, Stavanuta, big flick over the back. Obviously, then Hoare, his kick smothered. Oh, ripped his head off. Harry Corrigan
Oh, he's ruthless, Harry.
goes very wide into the Richards department. He's out there on the half forward flank. Little spearing kick to Scarlett. He plays on quickly, unloads to the top of the square. Hansen's got 2 to beat. Comes out to Tenace. In turn to Condi. Back to Condi. Gets the old double, the old Gary Ablett style footy. Corrigan's got it on the arc, as we can see. Squares it up. Wells is a target. He's dispossessed. Oh, good work there from Gillies. Picks up marks. Dishes it off back to Bars. Bouncing ball. His handball goes to clean grab from Gillies. He goes back to Marks. He's dispossessed. Handballs are back to Gillies. There's more Ablett stuff for you. 1, 2. There's Bars. Back to Jull. Jull goes long. Ball at the back of the pack. Hardy sends South Barwon back into attack. Wells got 2 to beat. 3, in fact. Fisted ball away. Comes clear. Finishes up with Robson. In turn goes to Wells. Timely goal. Whew.
What a superstar.
He is absolutely... Well, he's one of the best footballers. He'll be one of my top 300 players that I like in the competition.
Top 300.
Yeah. We're really close. I love Wellesley. Wellesley's in my top 10 without a doubt.
I was a big fan of his grandfather, Orson, and all his work.
He's been waiting. He reckons I was waiting for having a beer.
Yeah, I've
Duncan.
actually
You've
been
been waiting for
waiting
that one too. Back to 4 points. The margin at quarter time was 2 points, wasn't it?
Yep.
Guys,
Yep.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Correct.
3 points it was. See, don't ask your kids anything. Stretched it by a point, St Mary's. Stavanuta. Oh, Dan Roy crashes through and then set upon.
Hit that contest with a
Didn't he
bit of
ever?
pace, didn't he?
Oh.
Probably a bit unlucky not to get through in the end. It was a good tackle.
So we go through it all again. Hoare wins that one. Knocks it down. Corrigan. He's dispossessed. Goes back to get it though. Does he get another one high? No. This time he's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire gives him a free kick in the centre of the ground. Quickly dishes off to your mate, Duncan. Duncan at half forward. Scarlett's going to be last man up, but a great mark to Gillies.
Gillies all over it. Former Geelong teammates having a debate.
Now they're both chatting to the umpire. Dishes off the handball over to Normington. Normington goes backwards to Lukey Bath, who takes the mark now in the goal square.
I'm not sure why that wasn't 50. Scarlett took 3 steps.
I honestly reckon,
kept going.
if you've got a reputation, especially AFL, VFL, umpires are scared of you. Lukey Bath comes out of defence. Oh, good mark to Hoare. Mark Hoare takes a mark. Good fist by his opponent there in Devlin. Comes back to Jull. Jull to Chisholm. Chisholm has a bounce on the outer wing. Right in front of that scoreboard that says 41 to 37. But there he is, Tommy Stewart. Intercepts and takes a good mark at half back. How many minutes? 31. Goes down the line. Oh, there he is again, Gillies.
And
there's the hooter.
There it is.
So a 4-point margin at half time. 6-5 plays 6-1. Goals, kickers, please. Jimbo.
Goal kickers. Well,
Jimbo.
we'll start with South Barwon. Fisher's been really good. He's got 2. Then Scarlett, Woods, Wells, and Herbison have all got singles. And then for St Mary's, Grenville has got 2. Then singles to Dobson, Rob Condi, Bond and then Mick Condy, although we'll say it again, we're crediting that one with the umpire.